I'm Jeff Altman, the Big Game Hunter. I'm the head coach for JobSearchCoachingHQ.com. And I'm answering a question from someone that asked, are there any successful ways of following up on an application when you haven't heard back for 2 weeks? Good question. And it's a question that tends to be asked of less experienced people rather than more experienced people. And I say that because more experienced people tend to be resigned to the fact that they've been rejected, whereas less experienced people tend to be a little bit more eager and want to pursue the application. So the first signal that you're not qualified is that it's now 2 weeks and you haven't done anything. And the firm hasn't done anything. Now, why has that happened? Now, you've applied for a position, which tells me that you've gone in through the applicant tracking system, and the probability is your resume didn't make a case for your candidacy. Or, and this is the second variable, or the recruiter who is directed to review applications has been sufficiently busy with other things that they haven't gotten to it. Now, big company has more resources, so the probability is there was an opportunity for them to follow up, and the fact that they haven't tells you that they're not interested. Small company, it's more likely that it may have gotten lost along the way. But the first thing is, before you start chasing this application, before you do anything, I want you to get to the original job listing that caused you to apply and look at your resume. And don't think of your resume from the standpoint of, I want to do that job, I could learn it. But look at the requirements of the position. Look at your resume. How do they match up? You see, if they don't match up, stop wasting your time and emotional energy and stop wasting their time. Spamming resumes, because that's what you're doing. Spamming resumes is a useless exercise. Don't bother following up. Chalk it up to experience. And if they miraculously are interested, even though your background doesn't fit, consider it a minor miracle. But, the probability is with a large firm, you've been rejected. With a small firm, you've probably been rejected, but there's the possibility that maybe the recruiter's gotten so busy that they can't follow up. Are there successful ways to do it? I could introduce you to your mobile phone and have you call them, but there's no guarantees of that because the reality is, you're going to call up. You're going to call up a main number, say, hi, I applied for a position. Who in recruiting would I contact? They connect you with that department. You're put on permanent hold. Eventually, you talk to someone who has no idea what you're talking about because they're an administrative person. You say, I applied for a position 2 weeks ago for such and such. They say, hold on, I'll transfer you to that person. Or, and this is where the person would say it, or this individual would say it. They'll say to you, hey, look, if we're interested, and they'll say this more nicely, if we're interested, we'll be in contact. We're not going to interrupt our day to go looking for your application online when the probability is you just spammed another useless resume. A story from my own career when I worked in recruiting was how often I got follow-up calls from individuals whose resumes did not fit the job at all. Not even, the only thing that fit from the job requirements to their resume was having the word the in the resume. That was it. Both the word the was in the resume, the word the was in the job description. Yet these people were indignant that they hadn't gotten an interview. And they would scold me, they would rebuke me, and I'd eventually have to say, look, this is what the client has specified. It's a legal request, and if you're going to try and bully me, it's going to be a waste of your time. Instead, you're better off just giving me a resume that demonstrated how you fit the requirements of the position, and preferably how you also fit the functionality of the job that they'll ask you to do once you're on board. See, that's really the key, is if your resume demonstrates how your background fits the qualifications, and ideally, the functionality of the position, you're very likely to get an interview. Otherwise, don't waste your time. Seriously, you've been rejected. I'm Jeff Altman. My website is JobSearchCoachingHQ.com. Come join and let me help you. Have a great day.